I have another spooky story for you guys. This one was submitted by someone who had an organ transplant and started to have some weird experiences after that. Quick disclaimer, this is a little bit of a tearjerker, so maybe just have a box of tissues on hand. I've tried to film this 3 times and I just kind of can't get through it without getting a little bit teary-eyed. So let's just jump right into the story. So a few months after my transplant, I started having the same strange dream over and over again. In the dream, I was walking through the woods following a young woman. She never looked back and she never spoke to me, and I had no idea why I was following her, but somehow I knew that her name was Jenny. Every dream ended the same way. She would disappear into the trees, and I'd wake up with this nagging feeling that she wanted something from me. So one night, I stayed in the dream long enough to catch up to her. I asked her who she was and why she wanted me to follow her. She turned around, looked me right in the eye, and said, "Rocky." Then I woke up. So the next morning, I told my wife about the dream and the other dreams that I've had so far. She reminded me that Jenny was the name of my organ donor. We knew she had died in a hiking accident at a local nature preserve. She'd been found unconscious after falling and hitting her head, but by the time they got her to the hospital, it was too late to save her. Curious about what exactly happened, we looked her up online and found news articles from when she was missing. Her mom had told reporters that Jenny had gone hiking with her dog, Rocky. But in the articles about her being found, there was no mention of her dog. My wife and I figured Rocky must have never been found. So then that night, I had the dream again. This time, I asked Jenny to lead me to Rocky. She turned and pointed towards a gazebo in the middle of the woods. The next day, my wife and I drove to the preserve. We used a trail map to locate the gazebo and hiked until we found it. It was old and covered in thick shrubbery. When we pushed the branches aside, we saw Rocky. He was lying under the gazebo, skinny, filthy, and so dehydrated that I didn't know how he could possibly still be alive. We rushed him to the emergency vet. They said if we'd found him any later, he wouldn't have made it. Rocky came home with us that night and became part of our family. We had him for almost 8 years before he passed from old age. I never had another dream about Jenny after we found Rocky until the night before he passed. That night, I dreamed I heard a knock at the door. When I opened it, Jenny was standing there, smiling softly. She said, "I came to take Rocky home." The next day, Rocky was gone. I think Jenny just wanted to make sure her best friend was safe and that we would take care of him until she could again. It's sad and happy at the same time. Even though I don't know how to feel, I love stories like this. Not all spooky stories are necessarily scary. Some of them are just a little unexplainable. Don't forget to like and follow for more spooky stories.